Hi everyone, we're out, first day of the season, trout season. It's actually a good day. Oh, got woodpecker, actually I can hear two, there's one away behind me and one up here. So we've got the woodpeckers going. As well as the other birds. Spring of the year, so you're going to hear all sorts of birds. Time, it's 10:41, so it's 7 degrees. Top temperature of the day is 10, could maybe get to 11, I don't know. Depends if we get some sun, but the forecast is to be what it's like just now. There's no wind, which is great, it means I'm not getting a cold blast through my fingers, but I'll still feel cold. So I'm down the bottom end. I've picked an area where I want to fish. I'm not going to go way up the top and then spend too much time up the top and miss the hatch if it's down. This is a good area when the hatch starts. So I'm going to get set up. Rods I've brought with me, I've got my 10-foot 3-weight, which is basically a nymphing rod. Nice and soft, lovely for wets as well as you could use it in nymphs. Got my 9-foot 4-weight, the dry fly rod. I can either use the dry itself, dry dropper, so I've got options to mess around. So I have, see how the conditions go. At this time of the year you only get wee dribs and drabs of flies coming down. The hatch comes on and off as quick as it comes on, like. So you've got to be in this is a good area because we've got a nice wee run, flies hatched off the run, and then drift through and along the sides here, which is perfect, like. And then we've got the dam down the bottom end here, which is a good area. Well, it's a dam, it used to be a dam, but along the wall, around the bend, and against the wall, because any flies that hatch in the run here then drift along the edge and the fish pick them up. So we've got a bench down the bottom here, got all the luxuries on the river. So we can set up down at the bench. So as I say, I've got the 10-foot 3-weight, so I've got a couple of nymphs on that. Now I could still use this rod on a dry dropper as well, and just have basically whatever, I could mess around. That woodpecker's just up there. It's greater speckled woodpecker, I think they call it. It's a wee white and red one, it's a lovely wee bird. Anyway, we'll get set up, see how we go. Okay, I've set up both rods. I'm just doing a wee quick cast on my dry fly rod. Make sure I'm happy with the setup. I've got a 9-foot tapered leader on, and which is a 5X 4-pound tip. Well, it tapers down to 4 pound, but I've added a tippet on of 4 pound just to extend it. Maybe an extra, I think it's 2.5 feet. That's a nice length of cast. I'm happy with that. I'm not seeing any flies on the water. I've got a Dynamite Harry on. I've got an olive done. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's sitting nice. I've not went for too bright a fly because it's dull day, dull fly. Quite simple as that. And so my first cast, or whether it's the Horizon Trout or not, but first cast of 2025, just to see. And there's no wind, which is even better. I don't feel any wind anyway, especially down here. I've set up my other rod, I've got a Euro nymph sort of set up. Just in case, because this time of the year you can come down and not see a fly in the water. So if it comes to that, I'll have a wee quick cast with the Euro nymphs. I may change to the dry, put a dry dropper on as well, depending how. If we only get wee drops of flies coming down, sometimes the fish don't want to come up because there's not enough. So sometimes you have to sort of cast into the areas where you would expect a fish to lie, and hopefully they'd have a go at a nymph or even a wet. We'll see how it goes. We'll go with the flow, as they say. There is a wee wind, I feel it, it's coming upstream. Well, it feels like it's coming up the water anyway, which is fine if you're casting upstream. Looks really good. I'm just going to sit in the bank and wait. I'm not going to get in until I start to see flies coming off. I could go through with weights, but I don't want to disturb the water until I start seeing flies on the water. So it could be a good half hour before we see anything, or maybe even more. And if it starts to stretch out too long, then I'll need to start searching, and we'll see how we go. Well, I've waited for a wee while. I've seen one fly. So what I'm going to do is without disturbing the water too much, I'm actually going to fish the dry dropper. So I've got my dry fly, I've got the olive done, it's a Dynamite Harry, you can see that. So off the bend of that, about 2.5 feet, I've got a tungsten bead, a 2-point, this is a 2.8. It's just a wee hare's ear mixed with some CDC. It's a good fly when olives and March browns are coming off. The fly I saw coming off was just it was a small olive. So I don't want to wade, so I don't want to disturb the water too much. I don't want to get into I don't want to wade really. That's what I'm trying to say. So we'll work up along the edge here, see if we can pick anything up while we're waiting for the hatch, if it's ever going to come. I'm sure it will. I just need to be patient. And once I get a bit of line out here, look at that. So the water's, I mean, it's basically summer level. It's as low as the Doon goes. We've had no rain, as I say, for a wee while. So the river's actually at a nice easy height to work with. Especially fishing for brown trout. It's just wild brown trout that's in here. There's no grayling. And you get salmon and sea trout obviously, but this time of year the only thing you'll come across is the odd kelp, the odd salmon kelp going back to sea. It's quite heavy, this bead. You really punch it out on this length of cast I've got. But I'll manage. Could maybe go a wee bit lighter, we'll see. Make it easier to turn the cast over. That's a bit better. Jeez, what have I got here? A stick! Jesus. There we are, folks. My first catch of the reason. I've got myself a walking stick. There you go. Ah, perfectly hooked. Lovely length. Oh dear. Good job on catch and release, eh? There you go, my first catch of the year. I'll throw it in the bank in case we need to wade across the river. So, nymph's working. Oh, brilliant. Well, you've got to catch something, you can just catch a stick. Anyway, there we are folks, that was a bit of a laugh. So the nymph's getting down, which is the main thing. I'm down quite nippy. I mean, the hatch could suddenly just start, or it could start, I mean, like, dribs and drabs at first. This time of the year, you really know it. I mean, the temperature of the water, that's no bad, just felt it there. Doesn't feel too cold. It's not that sharp bite that you get in ice cold water. So the temperature's not too bad. Oh, was that a fish? Was that like a kind of half pool there? Oh. I wonder, was that a fish or the bottom? Sometimes you yep. We're certainly touching the bottom, so maybe probably the bottom rather than a fish. But I got a wee kind of, felt like a wee bump. I thought that was a wee tap there. Really got to punch it with the heavier bead on. So you have. It's not as elegant as going out. It's not. It turns over okay, but it's still. You've got to. With the length of leader I've got on, I've got to really punch it. Normally, when you're using a heavier fly, you should reduce the leader length. Makes it easier to cast, but I've got to watch a couple of branches behind me here. Tapping the bottom there. Just check the fly, always to recheck. Make sure you don't have any fankles. I've actually tapped the bottom, I've actually hooked, I don't know if you can see there. The caddis here, that'll be the granum, caddis pupa. He's in there. I'll not press him out, put him back. The dry dropper is a very popular method. It's a great search and things are quiet, and the fish are half thinking about taking this time of year as well. You can put a nymph or a wet, anything behind the dry, use that as a... Well, using both. The dry flies will work, they'll still take the dry. So you're covering the top and just below. Very shallow. I mean, the pool could have sort of silted it up a wee bit. Oh, we're in. Got a fish. The first fish of the year. Jeez. Yeah. What we got? Nice wee brown trout by the looks of it. Not a bad size, I think. First fish of the 2025. I've actually bring him over. Get him into there, I think. Unfortunately, there we go. There he is. First fish. It's a lovely trout. Still a wee bit lean. Flies out by the looks of it. So I'll turn him around so you can see him. There we are. Let's just put him back. Looking for where the nymphs went. He's in the net. There we are, folks. First fish of the year. Should be nicking the tail there. No wait. So we're off at Plumpton, as you say. Well done, that's good. It's good to get a start at it. It was just slightly, I mean that fish took as quick as it, the fly practically hit the water, so the nymph was basically dropping when it took. Oh, we're in again, jeez. Smaller fish. The fish are on. I'll just get him in. He's twirling. That's what they do, these wee brown trout. Just let them settle. Don't squash the fish. Just let them sit in your hand. Nope. Still wants to swirl. Just give him a second, he will settle. The Babel's hook comes out, a beautiful wee fish. Look at that. Beautiful condition. No wait. Remember I said the water was not too bad. I'm taking that back. It's freezing. So there you go, 2 fish and practically 2 casts. Finally starting to see a couple sort of small duns coming off, so I'm hoping we might get a wee rise, 1 or 2 fish maybe. But as I say, they kind of come down in wee 1s and 2s and then nothing. They need to be a wee bit more to bring them up. But anyway, I've got a single dry on now. I'll take the nymph off And I'm just going to fish along the edge. I'm still fishing blind, like, so there's a couple of wee areas over here I like to have a cast close to the wall, see if there's anything willing to come up. Okay, now there is one or two duns. Oh, there's a fish there. Coming off, just as I say, there's a fish rose. See if we can rise him. There's a small dark dun that's coming off. Oh, there's a fish there as well, bitches. And again. There you go. There you go, the first fish in the dry. A nice brown trout as well. They're not bad, you know, it's a nice fish. It's a lovely trout. I'll just let him settle. There we go. Gosh, it's a cracker. It's a lovely trout. Let him go. That was a nice fish. See if we can catch another one. Okay, I've just changed to a slightly darker dun, and we've got one here that's coming off. So I'll just see if I can get this fish to come up. See, there was one rose here earlier, but it's just up the once and then back down. It hasn't come back up since. Same as the other one that rose further up. You've really got to be beside them when they rise, so you can know exactly where they are. There's one or two duns coming down. I'll try for the one that was a wee bit further over. Oh, there you go. Oh, it's a good fish. It's a really nice fish. So changing. Oh, get below him. Oh, doesn't want to stay in. Gosh. You can try and get below him, you get more chance to land him in the... Especially in the barbel hook, sorry. It's a nice fish. I'm going to net this one so you can see him. He wants to swirl around. You can bring him to the net. And there we go. Just let you see him. So he won't fall in anyway. That's a raw fish. So it was worth changing to that wee dun. A wee bit darker, it's just the fly it's coming off is quite small. It's well hooked. Just holding it. There's a hook there. There's the fish. It's a lovely trout. So you can see that it's quite dark still. We'll let him go. And he's away. So, give him a fly a wee dry and let's see this wee bit. It's more like an F fly type pattern. It's a mixture of CDC and the dry yarn. You dry it. There we are. It's more emergent, it sits kind of flat. That fish certainly wanted it. So that was good. A quick cast here before we go down for a look. Fancy a quick look up the top as well before we head. It's getting cold, the wind's... Whew. There wasn't a wind earlier, but it's quite nippy. Well, we've had, I think, about 4 fish, which is actually not too bad, considering there's not much happening. It's very quiet. Three reasonable fish. Well, I think they're all good fish, to be honest with you. And 2 in the dry and 2 in the nymphs, so I'm really happy. I mean, this time of year you don't expect to even see a fish rise, never mind catching one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually go up and fish under the trees here. There's a nice run. It's really good in the spring of the year, maybe a wee bit later, April, May time. It can be very good. As much as the bottom end can be as good. We'll see if there's anything up here before we head back to the car. It's getting cold. Things are starting to turn. The wind, there's a bit of a breeze blowing now, and I haven't even used the Euro nymphy type stuff, but I could have maybe got another couple of fish using it, but I'm quite happy fishing what I've been really dry. It's always good having this up just in case nothing happens. Give me a quick look. Normally in here, no. Towards the far side, up the middle, just in here, can be quite good. It's quite shallow, as you can see this area. See a couple of duns going down the water there. So there's still the odd fly coming off. Set my nymph rod down. And a couple of duns are coming down there. Move up a wee bit just to see if there's anything. Well, I just put a wee a dropper on off the bend of the dry, just to give this a wee quick cast. I stood for a good 5 minutes or more, nothing coming off. Oh, flies coming. There was the odd fly, but nothing rising, sorry. So I'm just going to try the nymph and the dry, see if there's anything a wee bit deeper. There's still one or two duns coming down. But this is what you get this time of year. You'll get flies on the water, but nothing coming up to them. So they've been more interested in the nymph. I'll just see if there's anything around. I see it's a good wee area this. I've had some nice fish in here. Usually you're under the trees. Well, we are under trees, but with the leaves you're sheltered. Oh, there's a fish. Fish rose there. Oh, there we go. Come straight up. Took the dry. Gosh. Just shows you. I stood there for a wee while and nothing rose at all. Oh, really good. Nice wee brown trout. A dry dropper does it again. So, it's wee Dynamite Harry done. Lovely wee fish. And a wee. I come straight up onto it as well. See if there's another one. I'm chuffed with the start. That was a really over the moon. I see you don't normally, just been lucky, really lucky today. Many time I've been out like this and not even seen a fish. So to actually catch one or two was really, really good. We've been lucky with the weather. I think that's the main reason. That it's been dry for the last couple of weeks, and it's allowed the river to settle, and the fish have settled in. You see a fish there. I'll just go and try him. Fish rose below me there. It's in the shallow water. I don't know if it'll be a big fish, like, but we'll give it a go. And the ganza's there. In the shallow water, but you never know. But maybe just a wee fish. Just bring her out. That's quite shallow there, it must. Anyway, it was a fish that rose, you never know, it could be a decent fish. Or it could just be a small one. Look there, it's there. I've got to roll it out. Oh, that's the bottom there, I think. Too fat. There's one or two duns coming on again. Oh, that's a nice fish. Gosh, we're in the shallow water. That one took the nymph. Gosh, I don't want to stop spinning. It's another nice fish. Oh, it's bigger than the last one. Gosh, it's a lovely fish. Look at that. And a nymph. Beautiful fish. Thank you. And away. Try over there again. I mean, there is one or two duns starting to show her. Trying to fly. Well folks, that looks like it'll do me for the day. I was heading there before I saw that fish rise. Yep, that'll do us. Did really well today. Well folks, that's a bit of a rustle up through there. But anyway, we made it. So as I say, it was a really enjoyed the day. We done really well. Considering it's the beginning of the season, as I said. Rubbish off my feet. So I can't complain. With some nice trout. Jeez, I have some lovely brown trout. So anyway, we'll be back, and so I hope you enjoy the video. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please do. It does help the channel. And thanks for watching.